John, can you talk about Clay Buchholz today?
You know, Johnny, I think his performance pretty much speaks for itself. A guy that, you know, had 4 pitches working for strikes. I think he struck out guys on 4 different types of pitches. You know, we get after the 7th inning, pitch count's climbing. I certainly didn't want to be a guy that's going to walk out there with him with a no-hitter intact, but on a day we needed a starter to go deep in the game, he did that for us. Once again, you know, an outstanding outing on his part. He made some key pitches, particularly in that 6th inning where things started to get a little extended. I think it was about a 22-pitch inning or so for him, but continued to make outstanding pitches throughout the course of the day.
You could see the excitement of the players, the fans getting involved. How can a game like this carry the momentum of this team forward?
Well, I think the only thing we can speak to is the feel in the dugout. And after the 5th inning, you start to get a sense with each out recorded. Obviously, the crowd was getting into it, but I think on the heels of a performance of Lester yesterday, today, Clay, and you know, tomorrow, hopefully, Ron will go out and continue to carry through what has been established in this series. And pretty much for the first 11 games, our starters have done an excellent job. So, ready to get back at it tomorrow morning.
John, you mentioned pitch count. Was there a number in your mind that was going to be a drop-dead point or anything? Or?
Yeah, I think, you know, this early in the season, you get into those 120s, you're starting to push it pretty good, but he looked so comfortable on the mound all day. You know, I think, as he said, the 6th inning was the one inning he was pressed a little bit, but very much in control. His changeup was outstanding, a lot of curveballs for strikes. Just, again, I think probably get into that upper 120s, you're in that gray area.
That pitch he threw to Johnson looked like the pitch he wanted, a curveball inside, was that?
It was. You know, the one thing that Clay had today was clear conviction. I thought he and Salty did an excellent job working together. They had a feel for their aggressiveness. You know, when to use his changeup, when to use his cutter in certain situations. But he had 4 pitches he could go to at any time today, seemingly. But I think the way that they worked and felt that aggressiveness in the box, they were an outstanding combination today.
John, considering the bat ended up in splinters, how good was that breaking ball to Johnson there?
Oh, I don't think Clay second guesses himself one bit. You know, it was a quality pitch. I don't think he made too many pitches that weren't quality today. And if he didn't, they didn't hurt him. You know, the one ball that gets hit hard, where Drew lays out to knock down a one-hop smash by Jennings. You know, it was one of those days where we get a carom that's right to Pedroia to record the out. But again, I don't think Clay had any reservation on which pitch he threw today.
John, you've known Clay for many years. How has he changed as a pitcher?
You know, he knows himself more as a pitcher, and I think where that shows up are in those spots where he's got men on base, runners in scoring position. You don't see that emotional spike as evident as maybe his first year or so. That's where he's been able to execute quality pitches in those tight spots, and that's the one thing that stands out now versus even 3 years ago.
John, you alluded to it, and if hypothetically you didn't have to do it, if he got into those high 120s, would you have come in and taken him out?
I don't think we'll ever know, will we?
You mentioned his changeup. I mean, how good was that compared to what you've seen from him in the past?
Consistent with what we've seen in the past. And I know last year he went to a little bit of a split finger when he wasn't able to get the changeup down in the zone, but when you look at the ones that he threw, the strikeout to Longoria on a swinging miss to the changeup, you know, to get Joyce out in front and roll over that one ground ball double play in a key spot. He had, like I said, he had 4 pitches he could go to at any point in time, and when you can spread the zone east and west and north and south with the different types of pitches that he has, he was in command.